Good morning, Burley High School speech students. This is Wednesday, March 18th, and this is your video on how to create your resume. Again, just an overview of resume. Remember that your resume needs to reflect the fact that you're applying for a certain job, just like your cover letter does. Because we have technology and we can change everyone, we kind of do that now. Kind of make sure that every resume reflects the job. So as you're putting your resume together, even though you may have had one from 9th grade or last year or even last semester, look at your resume today and go, does this reflect the job that I'm applying for at Fisher Enterprises? Okay, again, I'm going to start with the textbook, and even though you don't have it in front of you, you can always go back and look at the textbook when we get back to school. I'm on page 189 in the textbook, Preparing a Resume. A resume is a brief account of an applicant's educational background and employment experience. Some employers want to receive a cover letter and a resume before they will ask you to an interview. In this case, I'm asking you for both, so that you have the experience of both. Even if you have sent a resume ahead, bring a copy to the interview. That is so important. Even though you will have sent your resume ahead, you will give me a copy, you will give Mrs. Ontiveros a copy, and she will place it in a packet for your interviewers when we get back to school. You still want to have at least one extra copy of that resume on you in case, for some reason, they don't have a copy in front of them. You're prepared with that extra copy. Bring a copy to the interview with you. The resume will provide a quick overview of data about you and will remind the interviewer of your qualifications after the interview is over. A resume is seldom more than 1 page long. Please hear that. A resume is seldom more than 1 page long, and at this stage in your life, for it to be more than 1 page means that you use too big of a font, probably. Being real, okay? And again, no one is impressed by the size of your font. It should be 1 page. When you're my age, it tends to be 2, and maybe the references go on a 3rd page because you have so much experience, so much education that you need to do that. You don't have that, so it should be 1 page. And if it's longer than that, go back and reduce it down. Look at your font size. Look at how much space you have. Is there a way to reduce that and keep this on 1 page? Okay. Resume contains the following information: your name, address, and telephone number, all of your contact information. And give them as much contact information as you can on this resume. Give them as many opportunities to call and set up an interview or have a phone conversation with you as you can possibly give them. This is much more about them being able to contact you and try 100 ways and finally get a hold of you quickly, because there's a lot of people applying for a job. And if it takes too long to find you, they'll just move on to the next person and you'll have missed your opportunity. And you don't want that. Okay, next thing that the resume should contain is your education, including honors, awards, or any special courses. Keep that in mind. Special courses is very important. And the last one is your previous work experience, where you've worked before. Okay, I'm going to put this up so that you can see it. This is an example from the book of a resume. And you can see that here, the person has listed their name. Over here, the person has listed contact information. Here on the left side of the page is where they have bolded out the different headings. And over here is where they've kept all the information. That is one style of doing the resume. You can do it exactly that way. Okay. That being said, there are lots of styles of resume. You may have, again, I hope you have one that you've already started and you're just going to beef up that resume you already have. That would be the best. That's what we all do. I don't start a new resume every time I'm ready to apply for a job. I go to the one that I had before and I update it and I move things around for the job that I'm applying for right then. but I don't start a new resume every time. And you shouldn't either. So if you have one, go to that one you already have and beef it up. But if you've not used a resume before, don't have one anywhere, now's the time to start. You're going to be tempted, and there's some value to going to Google Docs or Microsoft Word, finding the little template and plugging the information in there. Here's the danger in doing that. Those templates choose font sizes for you. They already have little boxes that you can't get out of and work outside of. And it can limit your resume in ways you don't want it to. So before you do that, think that the best thing may be just to pull up a blank Google Docs page or a blank Microsoft Word page and work from there. I'm going to give you exactly what you need to put into it, so starting from scratch is okay. And again, I say to you, no one is impressed by the size of your font. So if the template you're looking at has huge fonts, probably not the thing that you want to use. Probably don't want to go to that. Okay, so time to start the resume. I'm going to cut this off right now because I want to keep these, again, short little videos so that it's easier for you to get into them and watch them, and easier for me to get them uploaded. So this is the introduction to the resume, resume part 1. Now move on to resume part 2.